Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video. It's another vlog, another me talking to you guys. Ooh. But this is my room. That is my funny looking blanket. That's like the only blanket we have out right now because all of the rest of the blankets are like packed away. Taking these boots off. It is rainy. It is rainy as hell here in Buffalo, New York. I mean, come on. Where is the springtime? I understand April showers supposed to bring May flowers, but it's April raining too. All right, so let me give you an update. I have 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks. I have 2 weeks and 6 days until we leave to go to South Carolina. Majority, like I said before, majority of the house is packed. I have to go through my beauty room, pack all that stuff up, bag up whatever I am going to throw away, and put that in the trash. We gotta get to, once we pack everything up, I'm gonna make it my business next week to finalize my packing list so I can get kind of a more accurate kind of get like a more accurate cost of expense for the movers, because right now they're estimating like 3,000 pounds for me to take, and I know for 50 million facts we're not going to be taking that much stuff. So yeah, all right, so what else did I update you guys on? All right, so let me tell you something. Back in 2012 my son had an x-ray done. They never say anything about this x-ray. They say, everything relatively looked normal and things of that whatnot. But unbeknownst to me, then when they said normal, they meant borderline normal. And I talked to the neurosurgeon yesterday, and she was like, well, a lot of kids are born with borderline normal spines. It's just that typically they grow out of it. My thing is, if you have a child with a borderline normal spine, shouldn't you make the parent aware of the borderline normal spine to make them aware of what it looks like if they are having issues outside of it? Or because my son, he's clumsy, he's pigeon-toed, he got all this stuff going on, right? So his school has been calling me a lot, saying, it looks like his legs are locking up and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, well, all right, take him to the doctor. Doctor says, oh no, he looks fine. Has a little tightness in his ankles, a little tightness here, but he looks relatively normal. A couple of hours later, or a day later, matter of fact, because I was at work when she called. So like a day later, she called and was like, you know what? I think, now looking through his file all the way back, 2012 was what, 5 years ago. Oh, he had a borderline normal spine. So I think he may have a tethered spine, or, something else could be going on. And I'm just like, what? First off, me being the parent that I immediately researched what a tethered spine is. It's nothing serious, but it's rare. It's heck. All right, for someone to have. So I'm just like, all right, tethered spine. So now what's the next step? Because I got to move at the end of the month. So what the world? So she was like, all right, we'll get you over to neurosurgery and have them examine him and have MRIs taken, and they'll let you know. All right, so that was Monday. Was it Monday? Tuesday. It was Tuesday. Thursday, I took my son to go see neurosurgery. They examined him, and they were like, yeah, he has tightness in his ankles, little bit of tightness around his hamstrings and things of that whatnot. Which in my mind, because I believe in yoga and all this other stuff, that sounds like something that I can easily fix with some stretching, get him into yoga, get him into something that's constantly having him stretch. Because my son, he likes to ball up and do stuff, so maybe his muscles aren't just used to being stretched out, right? So she's like, all right, we're gonna get you done with an MRI. So that was yesterday. They called yesterday and said, all right, we can get you in for an MRI because they already know, like, I'm moving. So y'all have two, little less than 2 weeks to get all of this stuff, whatever he needs to do, because I don't know anything about South Carolina medical system. I know about New York medical system, and I'd rather get everything taken care of here in New York rather than him go to South Carolina and me having to try to figure out who's good, who's not, or whatever. So they call, he gets an MRI, they schedule it for today. Today, I had to wake up at an ungodly hour. Okay? Just ungodly. Like, why did I have to wake up at, what time I wake up? Like 5:30 this morning. Mind you, it's my day off. So for me to have to wake up this dang on early is crazy. Okay? So we went and got the MRI. They sedated him because I guess that's what they do to kids when they get MRI. I mean, heck, if I was getting an MRI, I think I would want to be sedated because that tube is little. Okay? And you can't do nothing in there? Nah. Y'all can sedate me. But they sedated him. Came out of anesthesia. He was not happy. Kids do not come out of anesthesia well at all. Like, every kid in there was screaming to the top of their lungs. I'm like, what is going on? My son was inconsolable. He was like, get this damn IV. Basically, every time he would cry and yell, he was just pointing at this IV like, yo, get this thing out of me. My hand hurts. Like, get this out of me. So I'm just like, all right, calming him down. He drinks some water. And our MRI follow-up appointment is on Monday. So, I don't know, y'all. I'm praying that it's not something that's serious. I'm praying that my son don't gotta get no surgery, because I don't know. No. Praying that he don't got surgery if it is a tethered spinal cord, or if it's something with his tendons, the musculoskeletal system, whatever the case is. I hope it does not require them cutting into my baby, okay? Because that's just not what I'm interested in. It's not what I would be happy about. But yeah, so that's my update. We got majority of everything packed. We are going to be gone in a couple weeks. Have to pay my deposit. I have to pay my first month, right? Like, my coworker, she's already been down there because she starts this job about 2 weeks before me. Just because I needed to be able to make sure my son got at least as much schooling as possible before we left, because I am taking him out of school early, about a month early, because New York State schools, we get out at the end of June, where schools in the South, schools in other places, they start in August. But he's in first grade, so at this point, I think the last 30 days are more so reinforcement for the summer. They're not necessarily learning anything new at that point, so I wanted to make sure that I can get him in learning whatever is new as possible. Like, the things that they're learning now are things that he already knew. Like, they're learning how to tell time. Josiah had been able to tell time since he was like 5. They're learning how to do, just random things, not really a lot of math being involved. They're reading. He's getting better with his reading. He's getting better with his math. And we also have like a ton of handbooks we're going to take while he goes down there. Now, I know the South moves a lot faster. South Carolina is one state that does not have Common Core. So we'll have to gauge, when we get down there, we'll have to gauge and see where he is compared to the other kids. So, yeah. And even if they do have to do some type of surgery, I don't know if I would have it done immediately. Depending on how bad it is, I might have to talk to his father and see if his father wants to get whatever surgery done where he is, because he's in Virginia, he's in Walter Reed, and Josiah has TRICARE, so Walter Reed has some of the best doctors in there, so if anything, if he wants, he can do it that way, but we'll see. we'll see what they say. I'm hoping it's nothing crazy. Um, if they, once again, I feel like this is one of those times where me as a parent, I feel somewhat as a failure. But you know, like I'm a first time parent. I'm the baby of the family, so I didn't have any younger siblings. And the younger siblings that I do have, they weren't in the house with me. So it makes me feel somewhat of a failure of a parent because it was like, well, why didn't I notice this? Or whatever the case is. Like he started walking on his toes. He started doing things like putting socks in his shoes on his heels or whatever the case is. So I never noticed that he started to be like a toe walker. And it's like, why? I feel like I would have been more prepared if they would have said, hey, your son's spine is more like normal. If you start seeing these things, bring them to us and we'll be able to. Because I'm like, in all these procedures and stuff, I would rather get them done when he is younger, like 2, 3, something. Because when they're like 2 or 3 and they get these procedures, they're not as dramatic as they get when they're like 6, 7, 8. My son is dramatic. Okay? He is melodramatic. He would sit up here and try to say like, oh, my leg. Oh, you'd be like, bruh, you didn't do nothing. You didn't even fall. You bumped your leg or something. He dramatic, okay? So it's like, I got to get this procedure done and I have to deal with the drama of this baby. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just take it day by day. I think that's really the only thing that you can do when you're a parent and you ain't never been nobody's parent and you hoping you're making the right decisions for your child, for this little person that you're responsible for. You just gotta take it day by day. You know, Derek, he doesn't have any kids. I don't know if he has. I don't think he has. He does have younger siblings, but he didn't grow up with his younger siblings, so he's kind of in the same predicament as me. So we kind of have to go off of what our childhood was and how we plan on doing this. But my childhood was completely different because I was a relatively normal child. Where now I have a child that might have a little bit of more complications in life, but he still runs, he still plays. I'll see what the non-intrusive or non-invasive ways that they have to possibly correct this, if it's occupational therapy or whatever. But yeah, I don't really got nothing else to say to you guys. I've been planning. Today I planned while my son was in the MRI. He had about a little less than like an hour. He was in there. I went and got some Tim Hortons. I felt like a traitor today because I had Tim Hortons. If you're not from upstate New York, you don't know what Tim Hortons is because Tim Hortons only exists up here. Tim Hortons, I guess, would be an equate to Dunkin' Donuts or something. But as you guys know, I am a Starbucks fan. So I used this Aria's Daydream kit. This is her Mother's Day kit because Mother's Day is on the 14th. I didn't use any date covers. And the quote box says the art of mothering is to teach the art of living. So, yeah, I'm trying to teach my child the art of living. He's picking up some of my idiosyncrasies that I have, which are good yet bad at the same time. It's bad for me as parenting, but it'll be good for him once he becomes an adult. Because, like, I've taught him to question everything. And he even questions the stuff I tell him. Like, bruh, don't question me. You can question everybody else but your mother. He doesn't get that concept. He's like, nah, I understand what you tell me, but I'm going to trust you. He Ronald Reagan's me. He trusts but verify. He sits up there, he trusts what I says, but then he'll go ask somebody else. Just to make sure what I said was true. Like, bruh, I can lie to your 6-year-old self. You don't get up out of here. But yeah, so I can't wait to get to South Carolina, guys. I can't wait to show y'all. I cannot wait to be somewhere warm and sunny. I cannot wait to be somewhere with a lot more greenery. I'm moving to upstate South Carolina. A lot of people especially the people that are from like South Carolina, like, oh, it's so racist, it's Confederate flags and all this other stuff on their windows and everything. But as I stated before, and I might not have stated it, I have to go back and watch my own video because I don't remember. I live in Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York is probably one of the most racist northern cities on earth. Okay. Buffalo, the city of Buffalo has African American cops. But if you go outside the city of Buffalo, you won't find a black cop. If you go into the town of Amherst, if you go into the town of Cheektowaga, if you go into the town of Williamsville, if you go into the town of Sloan, or whatever it is. Oh, and Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls got black cops too. But those other suburbs ain't got no black cops. Okay? Ain't got no black cops. So it's like, all right, well, I live in a pretty racist place, and I've survived here my whole entire life, and I understand Confederate flags and outward racism is a thing, but it's really how you protect your peace and how you react to those things on if it makes or break the place for you. As I said before, my coworker has gone down there, and she said everybody was friendly, and she is a dark-skinned African American woman. Well, I wouldn't say dark skin. She's more like chocolate brown African American woman, and she said everybody was friendly. Our particular community that we live in is not like super Confederate, super conservative, or anything like that. Mainly because probably it's a whole bunch of transplants there, and transplants aren't typically the locals. Like, when I run to a local, I might experience like that racism or whatever. But I don't know. Do they got the brown paper bag test down there? Because I'm pretty sure I'm brown paper bag right now. Once I get in that sun though, get brown, I might not pass that test anymore. Yeah. At this point, I'm just rambling, guys. I'm just talking to y'all because I haven't talked to y'all. I haven't recorded. I'm breaking down my recording room today. So my background, everything, when I get settled, I got to figure it out. I don't know how the room is set up because right now the room that I currently film in, I'm trying to take this hospital bracelet off, but the room that I've been filming in has 2 doors. So I don't have as much space. But the room we're going into only has 1 door, thankfully. And I should have more space to put different things. I want this really pretty and tall, what is that thing? Bookcase to go in here so I can film my bookish videos there. I'm going to use the bookcase that y'all see typically in my background. I'm going to use that and put probably like planner and makeup stuff up there. I may have like a book or 2 up there, like whatever I might have like my TBR back there, or what I've read that month back there, but it's not going to be like a whole roll of books like y'all saw before. But yeah, so I can't wait to get to decorating. The fly one on Instagram, I love her because she thrifts and she finds the most gorgeous pieces. I cannot wait to get down there and thrift for like home pieces, because I'm accustomed to like shopping brand new for stuff, but being that I'm moving down south, making this move, and this move is over like $5,000, and I'm making this move suddenly like this. Oh, budget is a thing because I got to get my savings back up, because I basically depleted almost all my savings to make this move, me and my boyfriend. Because we have to, not only do we have to put $5,000 into the actual move, it's over $5,000. We have to continue to pay our bills here. So, okay, we are going to be on a budget. Because my boyfriend, he does not have a job as of yet, and he cannot necessarily go apply for jobs until my shift is determined. Because right now, my shift is probably going to be the same as when I first get down there, but depending on coverage, my shift will change. And I think I will be probably one of the last people to come in. And seniority is a thing. So I don't know if I'll get a really, really sucky shift. I know these people, I've worked with these people in the past. I don't know if I'll get a really sucky shift or if I'll get like a considerate shift, seeing that I do have a child at home. We'll see. Whatever the case is. So I will see what is going to be up once I get down there. But we're going to be depending on my income only until Derek gets a job. He has a lot of work experience, so I'm not really worried about him getting a job. He's a typical man, so he's not even liking the idea of me paying majority of the bills when we get down there. So he's going to probably work his behind off to get a job, which I appreciate, because I will want to get back comfortable, because it's very nice to be able to split your bills with another person. Split them more, 70-30, 60-40. It's nice. But yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I do planner videos. I may upload a sticker haul because I do have those recorded and I do have them on my iPad to edit. I just have not edited them because I've been so busy packing and discarding and doing all those things. I have to pack that dress. Completely forgot about that dress and that duster. Yeah, I gotta get those things taken care of. But anyway, oh, and I'm gonna get me a good old haircut. I'm gonna re-bleach and dye my hair and get me a good old haircut so I can have a real fresh haircut when I get down there. I've made the decision to grow my hair out at the top, or whatever the case is, and maybe honestly, I wanna be like Vanessa Huxtable, but with color. Is that crazy? Let me know down in the comments if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Let me know down in the comments how y'all think I would look with like one of those Vanessa Huxtable type hairstyles. Go ahead and Google what she looked like when she was on the Cosbys. But she slayed natural hair, okay? So let me know down below. Once again, I want to thank y'all guys for watching. Subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you in the next one.